Hello, my name is Alex Shazal, and in this video we're showing you how to use Windows 11. Now this is the Windows 11 screen you're seeing here. Now I've already changed the sounds, the cursor, the icon names, it means the label of the icons, the text, and the start menu as well. Everything else I've changed just to look closer to my familiar habits and workflow, which is based on my laptop that I use and my desktop PC that I use. Now, despite that, I'll be showing you how to use Windows 11. Now, you can see here with the desktop, and everything else is smooth. And you can see here, this is the context menu. Now, I have customized the context menu with an arrow tweaker because I want to make it look like an easier to navigate context menu, because I find the Windows 11 context menu as difficult and tedious. But it's not as tedious as it could be. But it's still tedious. But it's still difficult and tedious. No, it's not. I'm making it up. Again, it is still not tedious because it's easier to navigate. It's only changed, and it's a bit, very, very, very tiny bit of difficulty for me to navigate the context menu, especially when I'm not used to the context menu of Windows 11. Now, I'll still show you how to use Windows 11 and how to get proficient in Windows 11. Now, first desktop background, and when you personalize it, it will show you the personalization for choosing the theme, the graphics, the lock screen, the light, etc. And when I go to colors that I'm in the background, then I'll choose my wallpaper here. You can pick any wallpaper you want. Now I will be showing you the wallpapers which I like. I'll be choosing this wallpaper because it already matches my preferred wallpaper. Now this is my preferred wallpaper. Now I'm filming this video on my new brand HP laptop, which I bought in June, and I use this laptop only for small tasks like video editing, and as well as BlueStacks gaming and downloading large files, etc. that my desktop or my laptop as well cannot do without additional tweaking, etc. like that. And you can see here the file explorer is much more and easier to navigate as well. It is from the Windows 7 file explorer. It is based on the Windows 7 code base of the file explorer, but it still was significantly updated with the home and the gallery pages and etc. Now, when I go to this, then I would be showing you how it does look. Now, this is the wallpaper which I like to do. And now we're moving on to the downloads folder, and then this is the downloads folder. We have all of the files, we have everything we want. And then this is the files which I used in order to change my desktop, because I do not like the Windows 11 interface, but I still have to be used to it because I will encounter those while I enter career workforce, well, the workplace, anything like which is important for me to adapt because I need to succeed in my life. That's why I will encounter modern systems rather than the one I'm used to, like my desktop PC and my laptop, which is my personal devices when I Windows XP, which is updated. Now, I did not install one core API on my XP laptop, which I use as my main tools, because I feel like it will void its warranty, and I bought my XP laptop, which I use as my main laptop, while this new brand HP laptop as my secondary small task and demonic task, and as a resource device only. That's why I will be showing you how do I use Windows 11. Now, this is the start menu here. Now, this is the start menu here. We have the Microsoft Edge, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, Microsoft Word, everything else we're going to see here. We have show less, show all, etc. And even if we scroll down to the bottom, you find accessibility, utility and tools, assessment, everywhere, etc. Now, this is a new major change from the old Windows 11 start menu. And there's a search bar right here. Same as my start menu here has a search bar. This is my preferred start menu. And this is its own start menu. Its own proprietary start menu. Now you can also you cannot rearrange the taskbar to the sides and to the top, but only at the bottom. And because those features, and you can also not resize the start menu as I tested it out, because it is not as it's not as useful to the operating system itself, because you do not need the start menu to be big enough. You need to make it a bit smaller for you to know to make important tasks happen on the screen. This is beside the start menu. That's why I'm telling you the reason this is not being done unlike Windows 10. Now, Windows 10 has more and more features like full screen start menu, like Windows 8 and 8.1 has, and the Charms bot, which will drag your cursor right to the right edge of the screen at the top, then you move your cursor down, then it appears a Charms bar. Now you'll find Windows settings, keyboard, even that, and other things in the Charms bar. But in Windows 10 and Windows 11, this has been completely removed because people have been used to witnessing and adapting gratefully to the return of traditional desktop environments, like which my PC has and Windows 10 has, but Windows 11 has laptopish features like Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, battery, etc. And which is not as part as on traditional desktop PCs like mine. Now this is a microphone, and this is in use by my screen recording software Camtasia Recorder. And this is how it is. Now, I could also launch Office 365 apps. Now I would open up Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and other things. Or open up Microsoft Word. I'll just that. And there we go. This is Microsoft Word, and this is and you do centralized systems, then how it is. Then you launch Microsoft Word, and then that's how it is. Next, Word hasn't been activated, and it will be activating Word. But there's a major reason to do that is it unlocks restricted features for you to have. And now I will be typing a sample Word document. And this is my typing speed test. Now this is typing speed test kids. Now what you can also do is you can change the font, how the font looks like, and how we can do it. Now I would put some italics, no, bold, and then italics, and underline. And you can also customize how the line looks like. Now I would choose which line I want to have. I'll choose this type of line, and that's how my experience feel like. Now this saves to the cloud OneDrive Personal. And that's how it is. Now I would test. Now I will press Windows key plus Shift to launch the actual start menu of this operating system, and I'll open up Excel. Now I will test Excel, how Excel looks like, and now this is how Excel screen looks like. Now I will type in a sample of how people use Excel. And I've written down those only quotes about McDonald's, but you can write more about in Excel about anything you want of financial and about shops, etc. I mean about the food, etc. is about in Excel. And the native web browser is Microsoft Edge. Now this is Microsoft Edge. I'll accept, and this is the personalized feed based on your interest. Select the topic to get started. You can pick a few points, and when you scroll down, I would select. I will select the topic which I want. Now I would now have all of the topics which I'm interested in, like IT, scientists, astronauts, and legacy systems and trusts, etc. Well, that's why I do not need to select all of them. Because I need to get unlimited information about each interestful topic, which is unlimited. While people may as well call, you need to pick one, then you get on with it, which is for carriers as well. You cannot pick two, three, you cannot do that, you have to pick one. I'll pick an astronaut, and then I would choose an IT scientist when I go to pick my plans about my carriers, etc. I'll pick both. Nothing will happen. But I still wanted to pick one for my interest to be in Microsoft Edge. Now, one thing I also noticed that you can also set program app programs. You can go to compatible mode. You can check what is program in compatible mode for. Then in the drop down you select Windows XP Service 3. Because I have WavePad Breakpoint 1.5, and then I'm fine, okay? And then you'll encounter the user account control, which is a new kind of Windows 11, and that's how it looks like. You can also use the features of Windows 11, like the settings pane here. And when you go to settings pane, you'll go to personalization, and you save a theme. And next, what you will need to do is we need to, I'll save the theme as. Okay. No, we cannot save the theme at the moment. I need to. No. Because this is particularly confusing for me because I'm used to the freedom of saving themes from Windows 98 2nd edition to Windows 7. And to Windows 10 as well because it offers you to save the theme. It offers you more Windows 98 to Windows 10 offers you more features and freedom as well. And one more for you to save themes to make you feel in order to make you feel happy about it when you use your computer for your task which you like to do. But above Windows 11, it does not provide you an option to save the theme because you need to manually save the theme by doing specific workarounds, what is created even that, and etc. Which is not as good. While Windows 11 receives support and updates, as long as it runs, as long as it is in use, or which is likely, it is still difficult for me to use while I'm adapted to, while I learned it from my mind, and from specific YouTube videos. I learned about Windows 11 about the operating system. I'm still encountering difficulties because I'm used to the freedom and the unlimited access of Windows XP and Office 2003 up to Windows 10 and Office 2019 or 2016, which offers one more freedom and it's not as cloud bloated. It's local. While later version is it's not as cloud bloated. It's still local. But later version is still a very tiny bit cloud bloated, but it's still very, very local. Remember that. That's why I express my dislikes about Windows 11. And I continue to use my Windows version, which I like to use, like Windows XP and Windows 98 SE. And my personal operating systems. And you can see here, this is the Microsoft Store, and you'll find here is VoiceMod. And when you go here, now, for example, you install VoiceMod, you install, and then you'll encounter the PC game parts. Is included with a PC. Enjoy games on or blah blah blah. Which is particularly expensive for how PCs work. Now, the majority of software in Windows 8.1, Windows 10, Windows 11, and Windows 8, no, uh, Windows Windows 11 is software as a service, SaaS, which is not as nice for my needs because it's bloated, slow, and heavy. I did not like that at all. I prefer the offline, local first view of the software which I use on my Windows XP PC and my laptop and my Windows 98 computer. Now, when you install the software on Windows 11, I'll be sharing this preview here. It installs the updates, it installs everything else which it needs, and the dependencies, the APIs included there, everything else, which is included with Windows 11. Now, it will run the main app. It's a bit quite slow, but it's still fast. You'll sign in, and you would select your microphone audio, your speaker, next, start using VoiceMod. You'll close this end because it's SaaS-based subscriptions and it's very, very expensive, you know. It's not as free compared to the offline services and local first, which I'm used to, and later in the future as well. Now, I'll be showing you how to uninstall apps after you have changed your mind and you don't like the apps. Press the Windows key on the keyboard because I feel like because you have the actual Windows 11 start menu. You search settings, you press that, you click on apps, and then you click on install apps. Then you scroll down, then here's the app which you done here. Then click on uninstall. Next you click on is to confirm, and it will be terminated and etc. Now I will uninstall VoiceMod. Now it will remove the software, and that's how it is. Now this is Microsoft Copilot. Now you can chat with AI, you can chat anything you want with Microsoft Copilot. Now Microsoft Copilot is the only included app inside Windows 11 PCs with new brand laptops shipping with it. Bundled pre-installed by Microsoft and major software manufacturers, etc. And you go to photos, and I'll be showing you how to do it. You go to photos, and that's how the UI interface looks like. Next, you can see here this is all of the photos, etc., taken in 2026. You also find the old photos which you have here. All the folders corrupted because it moved my file from my old PC. No, I do not have a PC instead of a laptop. This was moved from my old HP laptop which ran Windows 10. Now, Windows XP has Windows XP up to Windows 10. Although I prefer Windows XP, Windows 98 will, for my needs, will up to Windows 10. But I'm just copying just the version, not my needs. It's not about my needs, it's about my version of Windows up to people's Windows version, which is Windows 10. Has one more features, one more freedom, local fast, as well, with a very tiny bit to very low to moderate cloud use. Now, cloud storage is much more likely lightweight and free of resources on Windows 10 and Windows 8.1 as well, rather than Windows 11, because cloud storage, and I'm not talking about my choice of version of Windows which I want to use. Instead, I'm talking about how Windows versions differ with each other. The cloud storage is much more likely to be lightweight, fast, and with fewer, very, very much fewer frustrations. If you have changed the setting on your Windows 10 PC laptop to make it look faster and capable of seamlessly to make the experience good. But Windows 11, it has, tempted change, telemetry, expensive cloud subscriptions and cloud updates, and moving files have been often glitched, and it can all be backed up, and cloud servers can fail and shut down over time, and that's not good either. That's why USB flash drives is occurring as a critical backup option when cloud storage fails, and as a fallback option, which most people do. Now, this is one thing you need to learn about Windows 11 is about the notifications. You'll clear the notifications and you'll do not disturb off, and you'll select do not disturb as on and off as well. Okay, clear all, and then that's it. Now this is the calendar. And I prefer the manual tactile based functions of my calendar, my clock, daytime properties window, which is on my laptop and my desktop PC. And it's still very good. It's still very easy to navigate. One thing you need to learn about is the plus and minus buttons here. You can set it for 30 minutes, 44 minutes, 60 minutes, and you can click on focus. And then we're done. Now this is the 5-minute break. and you can click on the dots, you can click on the show time remaining, and you can click on that show time remaining as well. You can pause this, you can reset, and other things like that. Now you can also use the run feature, and Windows Open Window as a simple on my actual PC and displays Windows 11. And everything else, it's particularly good. Because the dialog box and window is much more familiar for long-time users. And you can click on OK, and that's how it is. You can also select open the terminal. And here, I would type in standard DOS commands. Because I'm used to MS-DOS commands and the standard commands in the Windows XP command prompt, which I'm used now and already used now tomorrow on my desktop PCs, which I have in a laptop as well. Not on the laptop which I'm filming, instead on my other laptop, which is the HP laptop running with Windows XP, which is my main source laptop. Now in the terminal you can type anything you want. Now first I'll try DOS commands, which I'm used to, and would be using it, using the commands. Well, on my laptop, I need to press FN backslash, which is inside the character L, with the straight slash in the character L as well, symbol, which I've now adapted to. I've also adapted to that along as well, before this video. And I'll type in there, and then I will type in and that is how I tested my habits about what I'm used to into using Windows 11. Now I've expressed my difficulties and a bit nice good experience because of the changes in the user interface, etc. I also do not like the Windows 11 sounds because they're too soft and they are too jarring for my hearing system sounds base. As I'm used to the Windows 2098, Windows 95, Windows XP, and Windows 7 sound as well. And the Windows 11 sound is too muted and too slow volume for me. And that's how my expression looks like. Now I would personalize the wallpaper again. And that is how we can use Windows 11. One thing I want to talk about is this is the dynamic lighting. Now this is the dynamic lightning, and this is the background light control. This is the no dynamic lightning compatible device detected. There's no detected unless you have a device. We have lock screen images, and we have the time and the wallpaper here. I would also like the wallpapers, but I would not likely import them to my PC and my laptop that I use as a main source because I prefer pre-Windows 11 wallpapers as my main needs. Now we will go to and we will begin how we can go and rearrange how the experience will look like. Now this is the color of the window, and this is the transparency effects, and we have the taskbar transparent like Windows Vista and Windows 7 has, and then when we turn off transparency it automatically transitions back to an opaque, similar to what my Windows PC has, like the Windows XP Luna and the Windows 98 Classic theme and the Windows 2000 Standard theme. Now I'll go to light, and you can see here everything else is on looking the same as what I'm used to the light mode. I'm not fully used to the dark mode because I'm used to the light mode as a main source because I already encountered it many times and would keep on doing. And that is how my experience of Windows 11 looked like. And despite the Windows XP graphics, etc., which I am used to, which I'm tweaking my system to look like exactly what I'm used to, despite all of that, I'm trying to, I'm testing what I can do in Windows 11, and what I'm going to be showing you how to learn Windows 11, despite all of my issues and flaps, etc., which is occurring because I'm used to my other environments. But despite all, and I'll show you one more videos about Windows 11. One more videos about Windows 11 which shows you can learn and use. I have learned Windows 11 by watching a couple of YouTube videos and by learning from my mind and navigating settings on my own, etc. And that's how I learned and adapted to Windows 11, which I encounter in the public because they are upgrading the infrastructure. While my personal PC and my laptop want Windows XP, while this laptop, which I'm filming on this laptop, which is my new brand HP laptop, is a small specific task and software development and website development, a new on your only device, and that's how we can use Windows 11 and how I tested my experience. And goodbye. See you next one.